Hi guys, I'm here today because unfortunately you cannot be here. So please stay where you are, we're coming to you. And for today we have an SAT reading lesson which is about tone and attitude questions. These questions could be somehow, let's say, rare, but they do come sometimes, okay? They come infrequently and you may encounter one or two per exam, so you should be ready for them. Okay, so about the types of questions, I'm going to give you 3 examples about how the questions could come in the real SAT. Okay, this is the first example and it has a line reference here, so just bear with me. What main effect does the quotation something have on the tone of the passage? Okay, so we have a quotation, like for example, like a couple of words, and they have effect on the tone of the passage. So this should be the first example. The second example, the author most likely view the events described in lines X to Y, like for example lines from 5 to 10, as. So we have lines, again, we have a line reference, and the author likely view the events described in lines as. So we have this word, as. So then we have the answer choices. The third example, the information in lines X to Y, once again we have a line reference, suggests that a character would view some words as. Again, this is the keyword here, as. But this way, we have a character, not the author himself. Okay? So the character may view some words. So it depends on the character point of view, or how the character in this story sees things. So these were the examples, and now we're going to look at answers, the types of answers for these questions. Now we have positive attitude answer choices, okay? Now, some of them are moderate and some of them are extreme. You're going to stay away from extreme language, okay? I told you this before, you cannot depend on extreme language. So it's about moderate all the time. So we have positive attitude and negative attitude. Both of them are okay. It depends on the author, the character, or sometimes the words themselves. Approving and appreciative. Now these words are moderate, okay? So the author can just have this point of view or have this attitude towards text or an idea. But excited is somehow extreme, like excited, amazed, overwhelmed. These are extreme words, so you can just stay away from them. Now for the negative attitude, I give 2 examples. Skeptical, which is moderate, so I can be skeptic of things, so I can just doubt some things, but I cannot be alarmed as an author, okay? So this again is kind of extreme language, so we can just stay away from it. Now, we have a third kind, which is strong language. You can just see like these things in the answer choices. Emphatic or determined, which are again moderate, but melodramatic, which means like having so many emotions, be over emotional about something, or to exaggerate some feelings. Okay, so this is also extreme. Okay, now these are incorrect answers, and you know why? Indifferent, apathetic, resigned. Now, resigned has a different meaning, okay? I'm going to explain in a bit. But these words indicate lack of interest. It means not interested, not concerned. Okay? Now, an author or a character cannot be not interested in something that he is writing about, or he or she is writing about. Okay? They should have an attitude. But if you use these words are always incorrect concerning SAT reading questions, tone and attitude. Now, I've talked a bit about tone and attitude, but we don't know the difference between these 2 words. Now, the attitude focuses on what the individual thinks, okay? So, the individual, again, could be the author or could be a character in the story, okay? But the tone focuses on the words used to express a particular viewpoint. Okay? So look, he focuses on individual, focuses on words. So attitude is about how a person feels, while tone is about what the words are trying to convey as meaning. And this is the same thing again, but it's written differently. Attitude refers to characteristics of the author or a character in the passage. So once again, attitude is about an individual, a person. Okay? But tone refers to characteristics of the text. Okay? So tone is about words. So I can just make it quick, like this. Attitude is about people, while tone is about words. Okay? Now, these two lines are really important. Just think about them. Read them again and again. The tone of the text can suggest the writer's attitude towards his or her topic. Okay, so we have the tone, which is about the words, and we have the attitude, which is about the people, I mean the character or the author. The tone can suggest the attitude, the writer's attitude. Okay, so if you look at a word, this word can suggest or can just convey the meaning that the writer wants to reach. Okay, so this is the meaning of these two words. Now we're going to look at an example. This example is straightforward, so it's easy. The so-called machine learning approach links several powerful software techniques that make it possible for the robot to learn new tasks rapidly with a relatively small amount of training. The new approach includes a powerful artificial intelligence technique. So I have powerful. So this is the first thing. This could be like a positive attitude. Known as deep learning, which has previously been used to achieve major advances. Advances again reflects a meaning that is somehow positive. In both computer vision and speech recognition, we don't need the next one. So I just underlined the positive attitude words for you. Okay, this is how you should look at the text in the real exam. Make it possible. So again, make it possible, it could happen, so it has a positive attitude. A powerful artificial intelligence technique, I talked about this, powerful means positive, and advances also means positive. So this text, let's say a passage, has a positive attitude. Okay, how? By just looking at these words, at the underlined words. Now, if I want to ask you a question, like this, for example. The author's tone, now we have the tone, okay, can be characterized as, I mean the words, okay, appreciative, approving, enthusiastic, excited, informative, analytical. So, anything that is extreme is wrong, like enthusiastic, extreme, okay, actually enthusiastic and excited have the same meaning, but both of them are extreme language, so I cannot use them. Let's look at appreciative and approving. Now, these two convey the meaning that is positive, so we have a positive attitude. So these two could be correct, okay? Both of them are correct, actually. Now we can just choose multiple correct answers here. We have informative and analytical. If you just go back again, look, they are giving us information and they are giving us advances, which somehow means that this text is giving us information and could be analytical as well. So we have 2 incorrect answers and 4 correct answers. So this is about this example. Okay. Now we can play the positive-negative game concerning the tone and attitude questions. Now we play this game a lot, I know, positive and negative, we play this game a lot, but it's really important and it's really beneficial for us, okay? So I did this for you, it's in the book, you can just use the book, it's on page 245, I did it for you, so we have the positive, the negative, and we have something called neutral, okay? But for each category of these, we have moderate and extreme. You should just stay away from these extreme words. Okay, if I just want to begin reading. Like for example, the positive, we have agreement, appreciative, approving, confident, informal, proud, or sympathetic. Now, these words convey positive meaning, okay? If I look at the extreme positive words, look, amused, awed or awestruck, which means amazed again. We have excited and humorous. Now, these words again are extreme because they convey too many emotions, okay? You can just stay away from them. Now, if I look at the negative, ambivalent, critical, disagreement, opposite of agreement, of course, doubtful, skeptical, tentative, and uncertain. I can just add one, which is dubious. This is not in the book, but you can just add it, dubious. Now, dubious and tentative have the same meaning, which is to be hesitant. Okay? Hesitant is a good equivalent for these words. Ambivalent and uncertain actually have the same meaning. Okay? So ambivalent means uncertain. Now, if I look at the extreme language of the negative category, angry, disdainful, which means disrespectful, fearful, furious, again furious and angry, both of them are the same thing, hostile or hostile, because in the American language they call it hostile, but the British language they call it hostile. So both of them are accepted. Hostile means aggressive, okay? We have jeering. Jeering is a very nice word, by the way. Jeering means to rudely mock someone. So the author could not just do this, okay? I mean, he could, but not on the SAT, okay? So this is also an extreme word. We have mocking, and we have sarcastic, which means the same thing. And we have melodramatic. I spoke about this. It means having too many emotions, be over-emotional, or let's say, be exaggerated about a certain topic. Now, if I move to neutral attitude, I also have moderate and extreme language. We have analytical, informative, neutral, this is really obvious, objective and personal. And we have extreme, neutral language, which is academic. Okay, so this is also extreme. We have apathetic, okay, which means, again, the same thing as indifferent, which means that you are not interested, you are not concerned. Again, I told you the author could not have this kind of emotions, okay, to be indifferent about his text. This is incorrect. So, apathetic and indifferent means uninterested, unconcerned. And we have resigned. I told you about resigned. It means to accept something that is unpleasant and we cannot do anything about it. So we have resigned. I know that you know the original meaning, but it has another meaning, which means to accept something that is we are not happy about, and we cannot do anything about it. So these are the positive, negative game about the tone and attitude. Let's look at an example again. This example is number 3. It's in the exercises of this chapter. So, the use of phrases, stimulating times. Line 1. So we have line reference. What seems like a monthly basis. Again, line reference. And preponderance of evidence. Again, a line reference. So we have 3 line references. I just underlined them for you. I'm going to show them in a bit. A tone, that is. So we are looking at a tone, and we know that the tone explains about what the words are conveying as meaning to the reader. Dubious, which means what? I told you about dubious, which means to be hesitant. Okay? Approving, this is positive. Now we can play the positive, negative here because look, dubious, negative, approving, positive. Let's just look at C and D. Tentative and dubious have the same meaning. So I can just get rid of both of them, A and C, because I cannot have 2 possible answers. And we have disdainful. So A and C are the same. I can just get rid of them. We have B and D, one of them positive and one of them negative. So if I underline the line reference, stimulating times. It means to push you to do something, which is positive. What seems like a monthly basis. Now, I have to read after this a bit. Scientific teams announce that results of new experiments. Now, if I have new experiments and they are on a monthly basis, so it means that this is a positive thing. The third one, preponderance of evidence. Preponderance is a difficult word. It means to have a lot of. Okay, even if you don't have the meaning of it, I can just say preponderance of it that we've been underestimating animal minds. So again, it's positive. If you don't know the meaning of preponderance, which means to have a large quantity of, you can just continue reading and you can just have that sense of positivity here. So if I look here, we have positive line references and we have negative and positive answer choices. The only positive answer choice is approving, so this is the correct answer. I did one for you, but now it's your turn. You can just do the rest of the homework. I know that you hate homework, but you've been at home for so long now. I can let you do it. Homework, tone, attitude, exercise, pages 246 to 252. This is your job. You can just do it and we can share the answers later. Okay? So that's it for today. Thank you for attending. Stay safe, please. Stay at home and have a good week.